Letters of John Nelson Darby, Volume 1, Letter 202E, of 1031. p. 338, R.T. Grant, to the same. Dearest brother, I should not have suggested such a plan to you as you speak of. I feel in such cases that gift and all else must find their own level, and my hearty desire would be, I need not say, to have laborers in the Lord's vineyard. It must depend on your own consciousness of the Lord's calling. But if you feel that there is not a call for work which absorbs your time, I believe that you would have more energy for work if you were occupied in some way. But if you have energy, and are drawn out into the work so as to fill up all your time, I should be very sorry to see you spend it in other labor. There is another consideration. Occupation would, I suppose, tie you to one place, and if your gift is evangelizing, this might be a hindrance, if visiting it would not at all. I think your selling about something would be a very good testimony, and would not hinder your giving it up if you felt your heart led out to work. Do not let momentary discouragement form your judgment. I sought at first to do something myself as a testimony that it was an honorable path, but was so called hither and thither for work that I never really entered on it. I believe that the work is forming itself, and hence do not doubt that the movement of active brethren may take a more definite shape. If you find a door open, go on. If you have not, and you find anything to do it by all means. I believe it would be a good example. If you can do both, by all means. But if you find your time occupied with work for the Lord, work on. If, in spite of seeking souls, you have time on your hands, it is a very good thing you should employ it. We had brethren in France who worked at some trade, one a watchmaker in the summer and harvest, and evangelized all the winter, when the people were free, and several have done something, one of them, one of the most efficient laborers we have, but it does not hinder his work, for he is very active. If you have time necessarily unemployed, get some good work for necessary uses, but do not be discouraged because at first souls do not fall into your hands. It is quite right not to be a burden if we can, but at the same time you should think of the work, not of that. It would be a loss to leave Christ's work merely to live. Christ has ordained that they that preach the gospel should live of the gospel. It is to my mind wholly a question whether you find in Christ's work real occupation for your time in evangelizing and visiting. If not, then it is all quite right you should fill up the remainder. In that case labor would only, I think, strengthen your hands for the Lord's work. If you gave up any part of his work for it, it would be a mistake. You have then to see if the energy which sets to work is in exercise. Let Christ's work be the governing and principal thought. Affectionately yours. Hamilton, 1863. 51202E.